So, as you rightly said, we have a great youth. लेकिन इस youth का impact तभी पड़ेगा जब वो youth is healthier and happier both. So it is very necessary that, और मैं youth को थोड़ा सा मतलब उसका age range थोड़ा बड़ा करता हूँ because people in 30s and 40s are behaving like youth these days. So I will combine them also. सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि जैसे हम बोलते हैं को हम, मैं कौन हूँ, हु एम आई, वो पहचानना बहुत ज़रूरी है. जैसे सेशन चल रहा था, किसी ने उठ के बताया कि नहीं मैं चाहता हूँ या चाहती हूँ वैसे ही सेशन चले. कुछ थे उनको अच्छा लगा, कुछ थे उनको बुरा लगा, कुछ थे एसी चल रहा है बैठ लेते हैं, राइट. सो देयर आर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ पीपल. वी कॉल दैट एज प्रकृति इन आयुर्वेद. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू शुड नो हु यू आर and how you behave with respect to various things, whether it's with respect to social, economical and so on. यूथ की अभी की जो सबसे बड़ी समस्या है वो अलग अलग चैलेंजेस है, बट डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ स्ट्रेस. मतलब बहुत स्ट्रेस है यूथ को एट द मोमेंट. सो वी आर करंटली टॉकिंग टू ऑलमोस्ट 2000 पीपल एवरी डे एंड अलग अलग तरीके के स्ट्रेस है. सोशल है, जॉब ड्रिवन है, यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स है बहुत सारे तो उनको अच्छा एक्सेल करना है एंड सो ऑन. सॉरी माय हिंदी इज़ नॉट दैट ग्रेट, थोड़ा बम्बई हिंदी है बट मैं ट्राई कर रहा हूँ. ओके, मैं ट्राई कर रहा हूँ. सो बेसिकली व्हाट वी रियली नीड इज़ फर्स्ट वी शुड नो हु वी आर एंड वेयर वी वांट टू वेयर वी वांट टू गो. सो ये अगर क्लियर होगा तो सबसे अच्छा होगा. यूथ को दो ही चीज़ें पसंद आती है, एक या तो गैजेट या तो उसका कोई आइडल. ओके, दे डू नॉट लिसन टू देयर पेरेंट्स, दे डू नॉट लिसन टू एनी अदर पीपल. So we should make sure that we are interacting with our youth through either gamification or through gadgets, apps, mobile phones or those. तो हम अलग अलग कॉलेजेस में जाते थे, लोगों से इंटरेक्ट करते थे कि there is a very interesting concept in Ayurveda, also in GP, tongue based diagnosis, जिह्वा परीक्षा. तो हमने एक ऐप बनाया, हम लोग सेल्फीज लेते रहते हैं. So what we asked our youth कि रोज एक टंग का सेल्फी लो. वी कॉल्ड इट एज टंग फी, राइट. और रोज उसमें देखना कि उसमें कौन से लेयर्स है. आपका टंग पिंक है, वाइट है, उसमें कितने क्रैक्स है, मेरा क्रैक कितना है, अपने दोस्तों का कितना है. एंड इट रियली वर्क, राइट. जस्ट बाय मेकिंग इट मोर लाइक अ गेमिफिकेशन वी वर एबल टू एक्सप्लेन देम कि हाउ योर टंग इज गिविंग यू अ लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट योर डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम. Similarly, our primary product is with respect to Nadi, pulse. So we have computerized the Nadi Pariksha, the pulse-based diagnosis in Ayurveda. We have a device, we have an app, we have report cards and so on. So youth is interested to see what is happening. Right? So we are providing those kind of reports. तो एक है gamification, जिससे आप youth को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, उनके पास जा सकते हैं, उनको वश में कर सकते हैं. एंड वी कैन एक्चुअली एक्सप्लेन देम हाउ डिसिप्लिन इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. सर टॉक्ड अबाउट एक्सरसाइज. आई विल गो स्लाइटली बियॉन्ड. हाउ स्लीप इज इम्पॉर्टेंट, हाउ म्यूजिक इज इम्पॉर्टेंट, हाउ वाटर इज इम्पॉर्टेंट, हाउ फूड इज इम्पॉर्टेंट, हाउ फूड वर्क्स एज मेडिसिन. वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ पेपर्स पब्लिश्ड कि कौन से सीजन में क्या फूड खाना चाहिए, क्या फूड नहीं खाना चाहिए, सुबह क्या खाना चाहिए, शाम को क्या खाना चाहिए. We tracked so many people across the year and we showed how our digestive system behaves different in the winter season, in the rainy season. Specifically on specific Ekadashis, on specific Chaturthis, on specific Amavas, the numbers are different. सिर्फ कल्चर में है इसलिए शायद आज का यूथ इसको एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगा. If we can tell those people completely data-driven results कि ये ग्राफ ऐसे जाता है और ऐसे आता है, तो जब ये नीचे है तो आप प्लीज़ कम कैलोरी वाला डाइट. सो डायरेक्टली वी कैन नॉट टेल देम कि पिज़्ज़ा मत खाओ, बर्गर मत खाओ. दे विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट दिस लैंग्वेज. बट इफ़ वी कैन टेल देम कि इन दिनों में ये करो, उन दिनों में प्लीज़ मत करो. So that kind of system we are developing, and I've been traveling throughout the world. The problem is absolutely universal. The problem is absolutely universal. So whatever we are creating from the holistic point of view, I think the world is ready to accept. When we received the National Startup Award, I got a chance to be in one of the largest conferences in the Europe, and I interacted there with a Germany-based company. And when I was presenting this particular slide, कि कैसे moon cycle has an effect on our body, those people got very fascinated. How is it possible? And they do not know about shlokas, Ayurveda and so on, but they know about graph. Okay, the graph goes up, the graph goes down. They know this language. So it's language pe I've received a huge project in Germany. So I'm taking Ayurveda to the Germany. So it's very important that youth accepts it more like a discipline. एक दूसरे से बात करें, अपने आइडल से बात करें, गैजेट से बात करें. सब लोग बोलते हैं गैजेट से कम बात करो, but you can talk to them in a very creative way. And first of all, know yourself, and then accordingly adapt everything, whether it's medicine, whether it's your education, whether it's your job. Currently, we are working with Tata Consultant Services, TCS, and it's a product in corporate wellness. So again, TCS is entering into Ayurveda. So you can have a very bright future if you first understand who you are, what you are capable of, what could be your future, and work accordingly. So all the best to the youth. Because we are sitting into the G20 summit, when we grabbed the Germany-based project, and it has started actually, but we have to do a lot of things. We have to repeat a lot of things again for Germany. So just want to make a very small challenge here that yes, we want to be global leader, but then we need a framework or ecosystem which makes it simpler for Indian products or Indian systems, or in this case Indian medicine, to take to the world. So I think we need a framework. That's a small point I want to.
What advancement can we bring in the field of improving the immunity of human species as
Great,
a whole?
thank you. We got the question. So any of you, whoever wants to answer?
सबसे पहले तो you should feel the wellness, the well-being within. अंदर से पहले feel करना है आपको कि आपकी immunity कैसी है, क्यों है, and that immunity has to be holistic, physically, psychologically, mentally, and so on. और मेरी कंपनी उसी पे काम कर रही है. मतलब what we are working on is the same. We have an app, we have a product to improve the immunity of the person holistically. So we have a 6-fold product. So we check your pulse, we check your tongue, we check your different types of parameters, and we actually give a very personalized, prakriti-driven recommendation with respect to sleep, with respect to diet, क्या खाना है, क्या नहीं खाना है, with respect to music, with respect to yoga, if panchakarma treatment is needed, and so on. And to increase the immunity, the current what we see on internet is या तो आप अलग-अलग supplements खाओ, या मल्टीविटामिन्स खाओ, या आयुर्वेदिक काढ़ा लो, या उस तरीके के हम देखते हैं. बट एक्चुअली यू कैन इंक्रीज योर इम्यूनिटी वेरी नेचुरली. मतलब अच्छी नींद, अच्छी एक्सरसाइज, और ठीक टाइम पे खाना, क्या खाना है, कैसे खाना है, एंड सो ऑन. दैट एक्चुअली कैन improve your immunity, and that is enough. That is enough. So future of health, right now we all are into the illness kind of field, but going further, I think we want to go more into wellness or well-being. So completely thinking about wellness, completely thinking about immunity. Your question is absolutely right for the youth, क्योंकि हमें अपने आप को संभालना है और
So my question is to Dr. Joshi. So we have a common notion that Ayurvedic medicines do not have any side effect. So how far is it true? So if you allow, I have a personal experience if I can share. I was diagnosed with osteochondritis desiccation, and when I reached to AIIMS Delhi, So there I realized that it was the Ayurvedic medicines that could have been there could have been the side effects of Ayurvedic medicine, and because of which I was facing the issue of osteochondritis desiccation. So I want to know that is it true that Ayurvedic medicines do not have any side effect?
Very tricky question. So I'll not stick to allopathy, Ayurveda only, but homeopathy, all kinds of pathies. All pathies have pros and cons. So whether this pathy has side effects or not, that has a not. So all pathies have side effects, first of all. Mr. Patel talked about the clinical trials, right? So कितने क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स के बाद कोई मेडिसिन मार्केट में आया है, वेदर इट्स आयुर्वेदिक और एलोपैथिक, और वो कितने डाइवर्सिफाइड पॉपुलेशन पे टेस्ट किया गया, मतलब उसके बाद ही पता चलता है कि किसी पे साइड इफेक्ट होगा कि नहीं होगा. बिकॉज आयुर्वेद हैज़ बीन इन इंडिया फॉर लास्ट 5000 years, we feel and we so I'm talking about as a data scientist now. We feel that it has been tested on so many people, and so it is regulated, and so it does not have any side effects. But again, the system is so personalized and so subject driven. There could be cases where there will be side effects. For example, sir talked about genetics and so on. Similarly, in Ayurveda, there is Prakriti based. So if Vata person gets medicine of Kapha person by some mistake, then there will be side effects, right? I hope I have answered your question, that there will be pros and cons, and but you have to make sure that where you are going, I mean, AIMS Delhi is the best, but where you are going, how you are treating yourself, and actually rightly said, whether you are doing the course in a complete way. So taking the medicines on time, in quantity, along with all the pathya and so on. So whether you are following it up or not, so that makes side effects happen or not.
Okay, so my name is Atanu Roy. I'm from Bangladesh. I'm an international student over here. So my question is that as the future of healthcare solutions will be digitized in the future, and as we're moving more and more towards AI and machine learning to be used, and we're getting connected more and more to the internet, what is your plan as a startup and bringing out more devices in the future for monitoring solutions and other stuffs to ensure data and digital security, and what technologies can be used to prevent these security breaches and protect our privacy?
Very pertinent question. Thank you for that. So, data security in healthcare space.
Yes, so ML driven, AI driven, and lots of data is getting created. I'll start slightly differently. So in the morning, I was just having fun with ChatGPT, and I asked a question about one of my friends who has received one award, right? So I entered into ChatGPT about him. I asked questions about him to ChatGPT, and it gave me completely different, some different person in the world. So when it is with respect to ML or AI, how you train that particular system makes a lot of difference. So the data which is used and so on, and so in our case, because we have a lot of data in the text format, we are trying to use that in different ways, and now we are getting data from the patients. We are using that in a completely different way, and we are running ML engine on that. So when we get data from different doctors or different hospitals or directly from common people, the data security plays the majority role. And now we are working with the EU region, so at their completely GDPR-based data security compliances we have to follow. The security happens at various levels. Maybe उसके लिए मतलब ये forum नहीं है कि किस तरीके का चाहिए, but when we go into medical domain, there are 3 to 4 types of users. One is a common user, which is a patient. One is a doctor, which is basically at a coaching level. One is more like an analyst, so which is taking data from many colleges or many hospitals or many locations and analyzing that. and then there is a managerial role person who is making use of all this data in the commercial way. All right, so making data available to each of these users in a very controlled and anonymous way, and so on. So if we see more like a HIPAA compliant system or a GDPR compliant system, then that it takes care of the complete data security part. So GDPR, ML, and say let's say that the whole system based on the AWS server, that makes a complete system completely secured, simple, right from accessibility point of view up to the security point. So I hope I have answered in a simple manner.
Thank you. Next question. Here.
Hello everyone, my name is Abhishek Thakur. I am from DAV College, Kanpur. I want to ask question from Joshi sir. Sir, you told that we have to go with our roots, but in the modern generation or modern lifestyle, in corporates, we have to work for 12 hours, 14 hours of work, sitting in a computer table. So, and this lifestyle is a necessity, I think, and people are getting paid for it. So aren't you contradicting your statement that we have to go to the roots by working 14 hours and giving a certain time of our cycle? And
So I think the question is clear. So please answer.
I
Thanks.
think Dr. Tyagarajan has already answered this question in a way, but I will still answer. Yes, so आयुर्वेद में बोला गया है कि नाड़ी परीक्षा सिर्फ सुबह करना चाहिए, एम्प्टी स्टमक करना चाहिए, एंड प्रैक्टिकल नहीं है because the doctor has to earn, so they are taking pulse in the morning as well as in the evening. Similarly, 8 घंटे का स्लीप होना चाहिए, बट काम करना है, as you rightly said, 12 घंटे काम करना है, उसके बाद खाना पीना भी है, फैमिली के साथ भी जाना है, फ्रेंड्स के साथ बात भी करना है, तो 12 घंटे प्लस 8 घंटे के स्लीप प्लस 4. So how do I manage? So basically that is exactly what is holistic. So you have to understand कि वो अगर 12 घंटे काम करना ही है, if that is the job requirement and if that job description you have accepted, तो वो 12 घंटे को आप किस तरीके से split कर सकते हो. Maybe 1 hour of work, 10 minutes of exercise, again 1 hour of work, again 10 minutes of break. Maybe break system can be implemented. In between, maybe breathing exercises, in between small music. तो वो करना ही पड़ेगा. So you have to make sure that you are accepting the traditional ways in the modern way. That's
Okay.
how
Thank
we
you.
have to do it.